Halo guys, balik lagi dengan gue Sil. Yang ini gue bermain NBA 2K23 dengan patch 2024 ya guys ya. Kali ini akan melawan Utah Jazz. Langsung jersinya jelek banget ya. Ulang. Jersinya jelek banget ya tadi ya. Ulang guys.
Rip City. It's the NBA on 2K Sport.
Look at the Trailblazers, focused as they walked into the locker room earlier. Their job's basic tonight, get a W on their home court. If you're looking for a party this Saturday night, we're bringing you one. It's the NBA on 2K. Allie, take it away.
Well, Brian, the Blazers...
Well, he's been a big part of it, Allie. Thanks a lot. So here are the Jazz starting five. Kenyon Martin is out there with John Collins. Then it's Jordan Clarkson, and it's George in at the one. And for Portland, we've got Matisse Thybulle. He's out there with Denny Avdia. And it's Silk in at the point. And to the surprise of some league observers, a number of rookies are already making huge contributions, Grant.
And it's so much fun to see these young players stepping up, getting thrown right into the fire, and for good reason. When you have 2 or 3 stars eating up your salary cap, you need the guys on rookie contracts to perform, and they are.
Thybulle on the wing. Back to Simons. Thybulle on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Fires from 14. Off the left rim and out. On offense, here's Utah. First quarter of play, a minute in. Here's George. His last outing, he had 24 points. With the teardrop. And the layup is up and in.
Putar.
George has gotten his second bucket of the game.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient with the floater. Boy, those sure are pretty.
Fantastic replay we just saw of the Mobile One drive.
Yeah, and in close games like this one, BA, you need toughness. Guys who will run to the fight and get after it.
Here's Silk. And it's Martin with the rebound.
Portland foul, number 11. First personal foul. First team foul.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Pass to Collins. George with it. Back to Collins. Clarkson for 3. Thybulle with the board. Now Portland with it. Looking for their first basket of the game. They want to keep rolling here, following the win against Brooklyn.
And at the offensive end, they were lights out in that game. They found all sorts of ways to punish the D.
Yeah, I love watching that game, and in particular, their demeanor in their destruction in that game.
They get it again. Avdia, good.
And off the schneid here, 1 of 5, but that's a big one.
The Jazz have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. George outside. There's the drive and the jam.
Jago
by
banget
George.
ini Jazz.
Just
doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, well, I said before, the layup, when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
And he lobs it up.
How sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Knocks it loose. And they're pushing it up. Here's Simons. And he hits it to tie the game.
And finishing it off there, Simon's showing great quickness and alertness to get there that time.
And one word that always goes along with the Jazz, defense. They've been a top 10 defense in the league in 6 of the last 7 seasons.
Here's Thibault. And it's blocked by Martin. Simons against George. Outside Thibault. Pass to Silk. Back to Thibault. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. Sends it home.
GG.
With
GG whip.
defense like Utah's had, it's easy to see why. They've been a playoff regular.
Well, it's always a good idea to put a priority on getting stops. Now, it'll be interesting because they traded away their anchor on defense, Rudy Gobert. Can they live up to the standard they've set the last few seasons? Let's see if it can happen.
Here's Silk. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Simons against Clarkson. Basket counts.
Exactly how you utilize the pick and roll. Simon's looking really comfortable in the set there.
Utah calls timeout. This is the first time they've seen Portland this season.
Last year, as expected, they had very little trouble against these guys.
We need to make some noise for your Blazer dancers.
Thibault against Martin. Clarkson outside. Back to Collins. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Thibault. Pushing it up now. And it's blocked by Collins.
Good timing defensively.
Yeah.
Just up there, the long arms and quick off the deck.
We got to see that one again. That block was all-out effort.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
Simons outside. From the arc. Utah with the rebound.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Here's Silk. George defending. Here's Silk. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Personal foul.
I like that. I mean, physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
DeAndre Ayton, he's checked in for Portland. Jeremy Grant comes in for Thibault.
And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Here's Mikhailuk. Stolen by Ayton. To the wing, right side. Now here's Grant. He's closely guarded. Pass to Ayton. Grant outside. Clock at 6. And here's Simons.
Nice.
And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts. For Utah, they've gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Abdia pulls it in. Here are the Blazers with the ball. They're on a 15-4 run. And it's Simons missing. Utah trailing here. He's covered by Grant. Puts up a 3. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. For Portland, they've got 6 of 14 in so far. Simons, right side. Takes a 13-footer. Here's Aiton. Excellent D there from Collins.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
And the basket by Mikhailuk.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Portland has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Pass to Silk. And the dunk to finish it off. Oh, beauty.
Simon's playing unselfish. That's going to help this team get in a great rhythm.
Utah has gone 0 for 2 from outside.
Well, we've seen Anthony Simons gradually progress over time and given opportunity with Lillard being hurt last year. And this guy is showing that he's an offensive guy and ready to explode.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Pass to Aiton.
Buset, kagak masuk-masuk
They
kayak
couldn't
itu.
put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Phoenix.
And guys, it really was a thrilling duel all the way to the end. You hated to see anyone walk away the loser.
Yeah, I bet it was pretty quiet in that locker room after that game. When it hit overtime, it was a matter of which team had more.
Ya salah.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Oh, now that was a block. Some much needed energy there to jumpstart them back into this game.
And Utah calls time here.
Well, they've been turning that ball over way too much, and they really need to address this if they want to win this game. Huddle up, boys.
Well done, everyone. Your substitution on the court.
Here's Clarkson. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Phoenix. On the floor for Utah, getting going in the second.
I mean, Jordan Clarkson is huge in the Philippines. His family with roots there, traveling out to Manila with NBA cares, drawing huge crowds.
That's the line for the Jazz.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Portland.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
They've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
Tribal with it. Guarded now by George. Just 4 to shoot. Silk. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That was good. Give him 8 points now. And Clarkson in 2018 suited up for the Philippines national team.
NBA Clarkson's NBA games are a must-watch in the Philippines. Kids watching Clarkson's games in the morning before heading to school. They say, forget the cartoons, we want to watch hoops.
And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Second personal foul. First
First
team
one
foul.
falls for him.
Hampir.
At the line for your Trailblazers.
And he makes both free throws. Well, Grant, every team is looking for that perfect 5 on the floor, that magical lineup. In your mind, is that synonymous with small ball?
I think it is, BA. I mean, having players that can
Inyo
play small,
he.
switch on defense, obviously create positions on the offensive end. It's just a combination when executed properly could be a nightmare for the opponent.
GG.
That one's good.
And Anthony
On
believing
fire,
in
man.
himself that time, just zero hesitation on that jab.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Pass to Clarkson. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity.
At the line for the Jazz. Jordan Clarkson. One shot.
They've been flawless at the line this quarter. They need to stay aggressive and keep drawing fouls. That'll help them chip away at the lead.
Here's Silk. George defending. And it's Silk missing.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
It's Martin on the wing. 14 points for him last game against Phoenix.
And he also positioned himself perfectly to grab all those rebounds. Guys, can't forget about the fundamentals. Well, it's interesting to watch watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
And so Clarkson nails both of them. Portland leading. Simons outside. Out to the right wing. Utah with the rebound. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Here's George, and it's rejected. They get it back. Fades away. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Pass to Silk. It's Abdia on the wing. And here's Simons. He's covered by Clarkson. The 3 ball. And they'll get another chance. Can't get it. He's now 1 of 4 from the floor. The Jazz have gone 1 for 6 in the second quarter. Not great. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play.
One player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Here's Thibault, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul. Second team
First free
foul.
throw's good.
At the line for Portland, Matisse.
So he gets them both. And we've heard the cautionary tales in the past. Does it seem like players today are getting better financial advice, in your opinion, Grant, to make their money last?
Yeah, BA, I think they're getting better financial advice, but I also think that the times that we're in, I think there's more awareness. Players understand the pitfalls or potential setbacks. The social media, digital age, all the information's there. So players today, yes, they're making more money, and I actually think they're doing a better job of protecting and saving their money too.
George passes to Clarkson. He shoots. And another miss by Utah.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Clarkson against Thibault. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
That shot off the mark. Great D that time from Simons.
So his shots aren't dropping. They haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough. Keep going to him. See if he can find him.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Simons against Clarkson. George, right side. Out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball.
Portland ball. Coming out of the floor for the Jazz. Ball here.
The Trailblazers have gotten over 50% of their shots to go. 5 for 9 in the second. Inside. And he gets that one. 14 points for him.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Well, it's going to take something special now to get him back in this game.
Unfortunately, it just doesn't seem like it.
To stop the run. And the jam by George.
Now, BA, you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Commissioner Silver's open to change. He said, quote, "We're not beholden to pure tradition. We care a lot about it, but all the factors I think about when we talk about changing the rules, I'm less concerned about that. We should live in the present, be respectful of those words, but also be willing to adjust when it makes sense." BA?
All right, thanks, Allie.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, BA.
Defense disorganized, defense pays. Down low. Blocked. Simons against George.
Where it needed to be.
Strong seal the deal. Challenging stretch here for Utah. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Here's Thibault. Simons, right side. Tries again. That one doesn't drop. The Jazz go the other way with it. That'll wrap up this short two-game road trip. And denied.
GG celengan.
Right off the glass. Pass to Silk. And he goes in for the dunk.
Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there. And for Utah, they're shooting only 33%. Not exactly consistent offense. Drives to the hoop. Banked it in off the glass. And the replay of that slashing drive to the hoop, courtesy of Mobile One.
Yeah, taking the onus on himself to make something happen. Got it into the teeth of the defense and made them pay.
To the inside. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. He has 6.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
That's going to be over and back. I'm watching the line on that one.
You know, when you're trailing, you can't afford mistakes, and he's made a few of them tonight.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Henderson. And it
GG
goes.
banget
As the
Henderson.
official calls the foul. Count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
At the line for Portland, Henderson. Shooting 1.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
Man, they've been careless with the ball tonight.
Yeah, it's a lack of focus and a lack of discipline. They're better than this.
Martin, right side.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
It's covered by Aiden. To the middle. And the basket by Mikhailuk. Mikhailuk's got his second bucket on the night.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Here's Henderson. And it's blocked by Collins.
Agak mau ngoper.
Knocked away.
Lagi jadi S6 man tuh begitu ya.
Here's Henderson. 14 points for him last game against Brooklyn. To the left side wing. Williams against Collins. 5 on the clock.
Lu nyangkut euy.
Trailblazers gotta hurry. Gotta get up a shot.
Ih GG.
He doesn't look
GGWP.
satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Utah shooting just 27% in the second quarter. It's Mikhailuk on the wing.
Aduh.
And now the Jazz on the run in transition. Oh, a nice shot by Collins. Collins has got 5 now.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way out. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
It was a strong move. The shot's just a little off.
And he makes the first.
The line for the Jazz. Ball here.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Portland has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Here's Henderson driving to the basket. Collins with the rebound. Uses the glass.
GG amat.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
And so it's Portland.
Nyaris.
They have a confident 20-point lead right now. Defense is setting the tone. Back after this.
The Jazz, 37.
2K Sports halftime show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They are in blowout territory, leading by 20. Kenny, give us your take.
And the game plan they went with was very good. It was centered around scoring inside. Pound that ball inside, pound it in the paint, try to get the high percentage shot. And because of this assertive attitude, they've got the edge on the floor.
And Shaq, how'd you think the Jazz were playing?
Well, they were playing like it was Christmas, giving up a lot of turnovers. There's no excuses for the turnover numbers, sloppy ball handling. They look out of control, and the execution was all over the place.
And that's good.
Time to get loud for your.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Well, the Trailblazers shooting around 51%. That's a good number. We've got Abdia. He's out there with Matisse Thybulle. And it's Simons in the shooting guard position. That's the group starting the second half. Chauncey Billups.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
George outside. And he lays in the alley-oop pass.
Smooth finish off a terrific feed.
Man, the timing and execution couldn't have been any better right there. Simons outside. Utah with the rebound.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
Here's George. He's off on that one. And it's Portland the other way. Earlier they held a 23-point lead. Looking to end this cold spell. So, no good that time. Collins with the defensive effort. Tipped. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
It's great to see a fantastic block on replay once again.
Yeah, I love that they maintain the defensive energy even when they're behind.
And for Utah, they're shooting only 42%.
After being drafted 19th overall in the 2017 draft, John Collins continuing to exceed expectations, which has contributed to what he does in terms of his workload.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just one right for the slam.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Collins has developed into much more
Nice,
than an
Ligan.
athletic roll man, Brent.
Yeah, you're right.
Good banget,
The
Ligan.
fact that he only attempted 1 3-pointer in college and now is just letting them go here in the league. The guy is an efficient scorer from everywhere on the floor.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. They'll pin that one on John Collins.
First team foul.
That free throw, no good.
Line for Portland. Demi Avdia. 2 shots.
And he's good on the second. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. George passes to Collins. Back to George. And that basket makes him 6
Bikin
for
banget,
11.
jujur.
Shooting a good percentage.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Here's Silk. Lays it up and banks it in. Give him 8.
A defensive lapse. Can't give him that kind of position.
Yeah, how do you let him get a lounge chair down there and be comfortable in the paint like that?
And Utah calls time here. And when John Collins takes off from the floor, you can feel your hair start to stand up.
One of the most explosive players in the league with this incredible liftoff. A strong step to the rim, and he can demolish anything in his path. Simply an electric player at times.
Clarkson with the ball. 9 points in the game. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Simons. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. Otherwise, the mindset is I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Sharp. He's checked in. 4th Thibault.
Pelanggaran yang paling bete ini illegal screen.
He shoots it.
Buset, didobrak.
And that's just nasty right there, guys. He has a tremendous crossover.
Here's Silk. George defending. Here's Silk. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
No debate there. He got hammered.
And the first one at the line is good.
The line for Portland. Number 11. Taking 2 shots.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the 3rd quarter. George outside. Soft touch off the glass.
Masuk.
George has got 6 here in the quarter.
He gets inside right when he sees the opening. Gotta attack when you have that chance.
Here's Silk. George defending. Silk with the bucket.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Pass to George. It's tipped. And he recovers it. Pocket 4. And he's going for the
Oh.
lob. And then it's Collins with the dunk.
Yeah, when Collins gets up there like that, look out.
For Portland, they've gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this 3rd quarter. Here's Silk. He has 29 now. Pass to Aldia. There's the triple.
Yeah.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And his struggles have been apparent. Unable to make an impact scoring the ball.
Knocked loose. It's stolen by Clarkson. Pass to George. Now Collins to the right side. 6 to shoot. Now here's George. He's covered closely. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution.
They are. Here's Silk. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the 4th. To the wing on the left. Shoots. A good looking shot from the wing. He's got 31.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Here's George. That shot, no good. And it's Portland the other way.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Boy, viewership numbers are on the rise. NBA business is booming. I guess it's a good time to own a piece, eh, Grant?
Hey, B.A., you said it best. The league is in great shape. We have great leadership, talent. It's an exciting time, and I think the league has more growth globally in the years to come.
Simons against Martin. Just 5 to shoot. That three's off the mark. The Trailblazers shooting around 53%, a nice number. And it's
Oh.
missing. Utah shooting only 40% from the floor in this game. And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Gotta hold firm or you're gonna get a call.
So Utah ends up going with a new group. Pass to Benton. Over to the wing. 13 feet out. No good. The Jazz go the other way with it.
There's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
The rebound by Silk. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Uneasy, too, on the layup.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
Outstanding dribble drive. And that replay was brought to you by Mobile One.
Yeah, that's a little icing on the cake right there. Putting on a show while they enjoy a big second half lead.
Here's Mikhailuk. The kick out to Williams. Oh, they need this. That's tipped.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Here's ABC. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Pass to Potter. Back to Williams. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Williams has got his first bucket in this one.
They're playing working to perfection there if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Here's Silk. Williams defending. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
Everyone loves the alley-oop play, B.A.
Yep, one of the prettiest in basketball. Here's Utah. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Floats one up. Yep, that one goes. Williams has got 4 points in the quarter.
What an incredible ankle breaker to help create space for a shot.
Pass to Benton. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Second chance effort. No good. He's 5 for 9 in this one. The Jazz have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. Here's Juzang. To the paint. Here's Silk. Got it. Given 35. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
They've been fantastic tonight, really forcing giveaways and getting scores on the other end. I mean, you get a few more possessions like that, your confidence grows, and you win that turnover battle.
Robert Williams checked in for Portland. Walker comes in for Grant. Here's Silk. Williams defending. They get it back. And that one dropped for him.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
The Jazz shooting about 41%. Here's Potter. Well, your Hall of Fame dad, Rick, made some interesting comments, Brent. One of them encouraging the league to crack down on illegal screens.
No way, B.A. My dad said something that was controversial or interesting. You got to get at it. Yeah, I mean, illegal screens, do we want to see less of them? Sure. That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The league's only going up if they keep feeding them.
Here's Juzang. Pass to Williams. Lets it fly, and the jumper falls for him.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
The Trailblazers have gotten 7 to go out of 13 attempts during the fourth. Outside Walker. Here's Ben. up two.
Play.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Here's Mikhailuk. Pass to Williams. Clock at 6. Here's Mikhailuk. And it's all from three-point range.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Throws it up high. And Williams punches it home.
This is how you force a defense to collapse. Kick the ball right inside.
Utah's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Juse. And his ABC with a rebound. And another inductee into the 2022 Hall of Fame, All-Star Tim Hardaway. Brent, you were a teammate of his for a little while. Any recollections?
BA, if I go back to Tim Hardaway, I don't think about my time in Miami, which was a cup of coffee for me. I go back to my college days, and I had the chance to go home to the Bay Area and be in Oakland in the summertime. And Chris Mullin, Mitch Richmond, and one Tim Hardaway, Hall of Famer, invited me into that gym to work out in the summer. So you talk about a genuine thrill to be on the summer floor with Run TMC. What a treat.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Pass to Juse. Shoots over Walker. Juse, that's good.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Outside Walker. Here's Benton. Second chance shot, and that one's long.
I don't know if you can credit the defense for that. It was just a missed opportunity.
Here's Mikhailuk. And it's Portland with a rebound. Here's Silk.
2 minutes in the game. 2 minutes.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. 43 points in the game.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump
Wah,
ball.
cakep
Well,
wasitnya.
the naming of the NBA's 75th anniversary team was a fun event last season. That sparked plenty of conversation, Brent.
Yeah, it was really interesting to see how it is the NBA settled on 75. So many memorable players throughout the decades. But I really enjoyed the event. I really enjoyed seeing all of those players once again getting together to be celebrated for all of their accomplishments and for building the foundation of what the NBA is today.
Second shot opportunity. And at last, they get one to fall.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Trailblazers.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
This will mark their 13th win of the year. Not a bad number.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Silk.
That's amazing defense from him. Seemed to know exactly when to pounce on the passing lanes and predictive steals.
Pass to Williams.
Masuk.
And it's one in 44 seconds.
Sorry.
Aiden, he's checked in for Portland.
Substitution on the court.
41 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Outside,
Nih,
Williams.
gue kenapa nggak diganti-ganti ya? Musuhnya udah pakai cadangan semua.
Inside. Tipped away. Out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball.
Blazers ball.
.26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Silk. to back iron it out. Pass to Williams.
Uri.
So no problem
Menang
for
banyak ya.
as they get the win. Boy, they were something
Kalah
special
di
to
awal
watch
doang.
tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
Coming out to support it.
Iya. Perasaan asis banyak kok, cuma 6 ya. Lawan Milwaukee Bucks. Anjay. Ngeri juga statnya ya.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. It's the NBA on 2K Sport. Hey, Dave.
Well, thanks very much.
It's a terrific one. David thanks. He does stand out. Wow. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. Anthony Simons out there with Silk. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Avdia. And for the Bucks, the 4 and 5. Giannis and Portis. Gary Trent is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the 3 spot. So the Bucks win the tip. And at this point of the season, Greg, many coaches still are maneuvering their lineups, trying to find the right formula.
Especially the younger team. There's no real established pecking order, and guys can be wildly inconsistent from night to night.
And here are the Trailblazers now, following the miss by Giannis.
And that'll start us off.
Lillard
Already,
gede juga.
you can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Now, here's Lillard. One up, one down.
Nggak kenal.
With his first shot this game.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
Here's Silk. Pass to Avdia. Simons on the wing. Defended by Trent. They
Nice.
get it back. Thybulle.
Oh,
Rejection by Antetokounmpo. And that one's good. Thybulle. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland this season.
And last season,
Nice
they made
pass.
short work of this club. 2 games,
Gila.
2 wins.
They may have wished for more games against them. A definite disparity in talent. We'll see if they take advantage again tonight.
And Portland has possession after the miss from Bobby Portis. And it's good. 2
nice.
points.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Count it. Good.
Boy, he is so dangerous in this area, guys. Even when
Giannis
Giannis is defended tight.
Antetokounmpo.
And there's the pass to Avdia. Now, here's Thybulle. Guarded by Kuzma. Shot clock at 5. And Simons wide open. He'll fire. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Aduh.
And Greg, even with teams daring Giannis to shoot from outside, his career 3-point percentage stuck below 30%.
And still an elite scorer because of his proficiency at the rim. But it's been said before, if he adds the triple, he'll be truly unguarded.
And a player opt-out for Kyle Kuzma after this season. GA probably hoping to earn himself a raise.
Yeah, and he's a worker looking to round out his game and take that next step step as he's just entering his prime. And the Bucks are on a tremendous run here. The most consecutive playoff appearances since that streak they had back from 1980 to 91.
Reagan, back to the Bucks. The question is, how much longer do you think is their window?
That's just it, Kevin. They've got the players to win now.
Nice.
The attitude moving forward. They're built to do it again. Just need to push all the right buttons. And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
Back to Lillard. And Lillard.
Nggak kena mulu perasaan.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
Portland leading. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in.
Lah,
And that's
meleng
out of
dia.
bounds. It was last touch by Simon. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Bucks have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Got a piece of it. Here's Silk, covered by Lillard. They blow the
Nice.
whistle just as he gets it off. It's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here.
Nice.
Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Bucks trailed by 4. Outside Portis. Tries it from 9. And again, it's Milwaukee converting.
Always good to see Giannis get his teammates involved because he knows he can't do it alone.
Here's Silk.
Anjay. On fire.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of...
Tadi 2 apa 3 ya?
Here's Portis. Good in the
2 ya.
He's really feeling it right now, shooting a high percentage to start this game.
Here's Silk. Boy, he was something else against Utah.
Cuman Peligan.
Defended by Portis. Count that bucket.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Here's Lillard. And
Oh
Lillard
my
with
god.
the jam.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Hey guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Sims is checked in. Andre Ayton's checked in for the Trailblazers. Now, here's Trent. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Over in the corner, Avdia. And that one's good, Ayton.
Just terrific at executing in the paint. Ayton has a nice array of shots to choose from.
Here's Lillard out to Kuzma.
Bisa-bisanya ngatur.
That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Trailblazers leading by 3. Inside, Ayton. The shot, no good. Great tee that time from Giannis. Looking at the Trailblazers, they took the last win in their last game against Utah. Trent can't hit.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Here's Silk, covered by Lillard. And foul on the shot.
Coba masuk.
Shoot 2 at the free throw line. Second personal foul. It's on Damian Lillard. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Trailblazers?
And guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Torian Prince, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Pat Connaughton comes in for Gary Trent. And Kevin Porter subbed in for Damian Lillard. Giannis passes to Sims. 4 on the clock. Here's Prince. Unable to get that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it for sure, as it is anytime you make a bunch of mistakes. All they had to do was follow their game plan, and that's exactly what they did. Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the call on the shot sends him to the line. And Giannis's journey, GA, so incredibly compelling. A full-length movie made about his and his brother's path to the NBA.
Well, you hear that saying, my life is like a movie. Never truer than for Giannis. It's been an odyssey for the Greek freak.
Now, here's Grant.
Nice.
Taking a look at his stats.
Ooh.
9.5 points a game.
You know what? When you allow Grant to get close to the rim, you risk seeing him give you a facial right in your grill. I mean, tremendous athleticism from the Syracuse alone.
Here's Sims, 7-point differential. Here's Giannis. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Here's Silk. He's defended by Connaughton. Williams trying to break free. And the basket by Silk. Silk's got 14.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
1:53 left to play here in the first. Basket counts.
Man, that was impressive. Kevin Porter Jr. The concentration needed to score that one. Very impressive.
Now here's Henderson. Boy, that win against the Jazz. He's another guy who really showed up to play. Oh, Ayton in position.
Mantap.
And the impressive reach of Aiden. Lob it up his way, and he'll take care of the rest.
So for the Bucks, their last game, a loss to the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. And in that one, they crossed the line.
Yeah, I agree. And, you know, they seem to be forcing things out there. Trying too hard, pressing. When you do that, the turnovers pile up quickly.
Sharp checked in for Portland. Henderson against Porter. Wants to get it to Antetokounmpo and does. Good, and a nice assist.
Tinggi banget.
He's got 6.
Dia nih.
Trailblazers leading by 5. Henderson kicks to Grant.
Yeah, that's just good basketball there by Grant. Moving the ball to the wide open man and getting an assist out of it.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
Reads the play well there and gets himself in the air at just the right time. Terrific denial.
Antetokounmpo got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And just a solid way to start the game. 4-5.
And here's Henderson, still looking for his first bucket in this one. The shot by Silk, no good.
Gagal.
Sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now here's Porter. And there's a whistle. It goes on Shaedon Sharpe. That's his first foul. 3rd team foul. We got 22 seconds left in the first. 6 on the shot clock. Giannis right side. From about 16.
I like watching Grant work hard on the defensive end. He puts great effort into that end of the floor. He's good at pestering whoever he happens to be on, and his long reach helps him do that.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact. A good call by the official.
And And so he makes both from the line.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
There's Porter with the three. The offense coming free as we wrap up the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 7. And the second quarter will get underway just...
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Bucks.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Ganti kita guys.
Some changes here for the Bucks. Sims
Langsung
is
beda
checked in,
tipis ya.
and Giannis is subbed in for Trent. On the floor for Portland, we've got Anthony Simon. Williams is out there with Ayton. Then there's Jeremy Grant, and Silken at the 1 spot. Connaughton passes to Sims. Prince outside. They get a hand on it. And now Portland on the break. Here's Silk. Finished off the break.
Berat juga ya, mau di slam dunk nggak jadi. Ketahan.
To get out and run following the steal.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G slam cam. Connaughton finds Antetokounmpo. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee.
Oh,
It's blocked.
A good job by
Look.
on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Silk.
oh.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys. And it was the same exact story last time out.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game. Consider my doubts disappear.
And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Here's Giannis. That's the 6th man.
Mana bisa ditahan Giannis di
Missed but 3.
itu
Trailblazers
mah.
leading by 6. Here's Silk. 22 points for him. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession.
Portland ball.
And it's Williams with the ball for the Trailblazers.
Oh,
Taking on the Cavaliers. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Silk. He's got 24. Left side, Grant. At the top of the key, Ayton. Simon's on the wing. From downtown, buries it from
GG.
3-point range. Simons has got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
Here's Porter. Sims inside. He's covered by Ayton. Here's Porter. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team. And that's why they're...
bah.
Up high to stop the alley-oop. Bunch of guys playing today. Who would you put your money on to be a successful NBA coach?
You know, Kevin, the smart money is on point guards, but I think any player that's been a student of the game could be a successful coach. But point guards most likely is my answer. Chris Paul, maybe even a guy like Jalen Brunson in the future.
Timeout called the Bucks.
Well, it's been an impressive team to the ring. You can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Pass to Connaughton. Back to Porter. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup. Porter's got 7 points here in this quarter. Portland leading by 8. Silk passes to Simons. Here's Silk. Williams kicks to Simons. Down low. Here's Silk.
Nice.
Come on now.
put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in, build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got 5 assists tonight.
And the ball handling of Antetokounmpo, my goodness, really unreal. For a guy his size, his dribbling is ridiculous.
And there's the drive.
Waduh.
On the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Portland, they have missed a free throw. 5 for 5. And the Trailblazers making a change here.
And we have
Si Lillard cedera bukan ya?
is aggressive.
Kok dia diganti lama banget?
Settling far too much for John.
Yeah, that's a good observation on your part. Fewer free throw attempts for them this quarter. And the danger is they can't afford to get too comfortable out there because they've got the lead. Otherwise, it might start to get away from them.
Here's Silk. Nice D from Porter. Bucks trail by 7. From deep, Giannis. Rebound by Williams. And he's going up for the hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleep.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Sims with the rebound.
Udah gede cepet lagi.
5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Prince. He feeds it to Sims. On the wing, Giannis.
Waduh, jagain monster lagi.
Lock at 6. And Giannis out of the corner. Throws it down one.
Gimana cara defense-nya?
I mean, just an insanely
Shoot.
talented athlete who loves
Wide open pada.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back to the second half of basketball right after.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They've got the 7-point lead. Shaq, how do you think Portland plays?
They're playing with speed, pushing the ball off turnovers and long rebounds, running every chance they get. As we all know, scoring on the break is so much easier than finding open shots in the half court.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Milwaukee?
The point to their long-range shooting as the main problem area. They're taking a lot of threes, and their percentage is hovering in the low 30s. That's too cold. 30 degrees, you need a jacket.
And that should do.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Really an incredible game from Silk.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
The 4 and 5. Giannis in Portis. Damian Lillard out there with Gary Trent. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Antetokounmpo trying to free himself up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Third personal foul.
Already a skilled interior player. At times when Kuzma is close to the basket, you have no choice but to foul.
At the line.
And both free throws good for Kuzma. Portland leading by 5. Here's Silk. Passes it to Thibault. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Silk, and he's fouled
Buset.
on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Portland, they have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. before their next game. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for him.
There are nights that Antetokounmpo can reach a level few have in NBA history. The MVP feeling it tonight.
Bible on the wing. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Simons. Connects on the 17-footer. Simons has got 15 points.
Simon shootnya GG banget.
Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
You know, your assumption would be that he'd be at a big disadvantage in that matchup, but you'd be assuming wrong.
To the left side wing. Kuzma outside. Oh, good with the triple.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Nice.
The hand on it, and he recovers it. Tries again. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Yeah, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Silk passes to Avdia. It's thrown back to Kumbo. And here's the fast break. Giannis leading the way. Lillard with no one around. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th assist in this one. Trailblazers leading by 4. Now, here's Avdia.
Nice.
A good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
And here is Trent outside. That one doesn't drop. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. And the layup is good. 34 points for Silk.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. Got to keep getting him touches.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And trying to extend this lead, no better way than playing north and south, getting after it.
Hooked away. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
You know, Dame loves to test the defense like that, runs up against it, and then outworks them.
The Trail.
Substitution on the court.
Henderson against Trent. Henderson with it. 7 points in the game. Screen coming. 1:25 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Portland again missing.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with 2 saves.
Connaughton. It's deflected. Out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead.
Luas banget.
Huge effort on that end of the floor.
We've got 1:13 left here in the 3rd quarter.
Berpengaruh.
Trailblazers leading by 8. Here's Silk. He's got 34. From down
Nice.
the low post, it goes. Silk's got 36.
You know, in that first half, a lot more three-point shooting. Since then, though, they've dialed it back.
Oh.
Fantastic ball movement that time. Antetokounmpo skilled at taking apart a defense with his passing.
Here's Silk, guarded by Porter. And he lobs it up.
Aduh.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. 30 seconds left in the third. Pass to Trent. And here is Portis. That's another one for him. His fifth in just 7 shots.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
Here's Silk. He's got 36. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis
Tulang musik ligan. Gagal mulu.
2 seconds left. And it's good. But hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And even though, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we'll be right back after this. Let's hear what Doug.
Hey, Doc, I told you, one bucket at a time, all right? One bucket.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Matisse Thybulle and Fernie Simons out there with Silk. Then there's Jeremy Grant, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Trent.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Knocked loose. Simons surveying the D. 5 on the clock. Fires top of the key. And they recover it. Defended by Portis. And Simons has it in the corner. The pass to Silk. Milwaukee with the rebound. Portis has got 7 rebounds in the game. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Was not an opportunity. Lillard was going to let it pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Here's Silk.
Masuk
Coming
lagi.
up and they call the shooting foul. It's on Damian Lillard.
Yeah, easy call. Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here.
Hey guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Portland.
Yep.
All game long they've imposed their will on
2
the
poin
interior.
doang
Scoring
sleeping.
a lot of points.
Bahaya nih. Wild ending.
Guys, the confidence to keep taking the three. It's been
Anjay.
so they gotta keep going back. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off a quick pass.
Well, when you look
Nice.
at the assist
Yeah.
totals, hey, they've been clearly the better team.
Diaz checked in for Grant.
You really have to appreciate and respect the spirit Giannis plays the game with, an attitude of joy and unselfishness, a beacon of energy and enthusiasm for his team. They all feed off of him. He's one of the most popular players in the world.
Pass to Lillard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the ball and will shoot 2.
Second personal. Lillard always commits to his shot, so he sticks with it despite the foul and gets it off.
So he gets them both.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Here's Silk, covered by Lillard. The shot by Silk, no good. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They played a
Nice.
great fourth quarter defensive, allowing only 3 points, and that one is good.
Well, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Good timeout call right there. Looked like the guys were gassed. Heavy legs out there for sure.
And now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. He wants them to work for more easy baskets in transition. He said, the moment possession of the ball,
Nice.
I want us to attack. If there's nothing there, then you can pull it back out and run the offense. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. Now, Simon. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for the Trailblazers.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Rebound by the Trailblazers. They've led by as much as 10.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. The rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Trent outside. Shoots over
Rebound.
Simon. And again, the Bucks miss.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Here's Silk by Lillard. Trent against Simon. Knocks it loose. It's thrown by Antetokounmpo by himself. And Lillard has it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Ball's knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
Nice, nice.
In defense, Portland, 3-point lead. Shot
Ada 2
clock at
orang yang
6.
jaga buset.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. Lillard's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Here's Silk. Lillard with the rebound. Lillard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game to take the lead. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
And this is Lillard at his best, sending up a confident shot from the arc like he just knows it's good.
Over in the corner, Avdia. And the rejection by Giannis. Lillard, the pass to Kuzma. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Avdia's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Silk.
The hoop. Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Trent, left side. Milwaukee getting another chance here.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Here's Silk, covered by Lillard. Here's Silk. A shot off that time. And Milwaukee the other way now. Over Avdia. Oh, they get it back.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on it.
To the middle.
Come on, again. Nice.
He uses the glass on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So,
Pelanggaran sih begitu doang.
And known for being a clutch performer, Dame has his sights set on title. A true leader with a winning mindset.
2 shots.
no
Nice.
good on the second free throw. The Trailblazers shooting in the 4th quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Here's Silk, covered by Lillard. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley.
Not now.
Good play defensively. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Well, I tell you, the future of the Greek Freak is extremely bright. I mean, he really has shown the ability to deliver in important spots of game.
You can tolerate gas like that sometimes. This game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Now, here's Lillard. D right on him. It's good. And it's a 3-point Bucks lead.
Proof positive that Lillard is worth it. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Silk passes to Avia. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Ooh.
You can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Passes to Antetokounmpo. Bounce pass from Trent. Portis kicks to Kuzma. From the high post. And they get it back. Second shot opportunity, and they're able to recover. Giannis outside. And another shot.
Rebound.
Avia with the rebound. Trailblazers have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws now. It's on Damian
We are not done yet. Nice.
You got to play without foul. He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Banked in off the glass. Lillard's got 29.
And there's an edge to Lillard's game. He's fearless, and you can see it when he's finishing in traffic.
Winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
And the burst of quickness on display with the Mobile One drive.
And that's the kind of bucket they needed. Close game in the second half. Great finish on that one.
Right at the free throw line. And the
Masih
shot
masuk.
is in.
Gila.
Lillard's got 31 points.
In that mid-range area, Lillard is deadly as anybody. His mechanics and technique on that jumper, flawless.
To the paint. Connects again. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy. Yeah, clutch play there. No reason to risk the jumper when you can get to the rack.
Yeah, you want to get those sure things down the stretch, and that close to the bucket, he is a sure thing.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through. He got fancy with that one.
Maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra.
Lillard from outside. Portland
Nice.
grabs the miss. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Silk, covered by Lillard.
Ooh.
Spot.
Insane ending, guys.
She powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop-to-loop all day long on the highlight reel.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance player of the game, Silk.
Well, he completely took over, I think, on both ends of the court. Scoring with authority and influencing a lot of plays, almost every play. This was the kind of night you dream about as a player.
At the elbow, it's Lillard. Portis can't get it to go. They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
Here's Silk, covered by Lillard. To the inside. Silk, it's good.
Nice.
Relentless in their approach. Even with the game firmly in hand.
know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're behind by 5. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What's your take, guys?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
Yeah, they're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
And that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaking.
Mungkin again.
Number 7.
And he
Nice.
ends up making a second, and that increases their lead to 6. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Lillard from deep three-point land. And again, the Bucks miss. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was a priority.
That's the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. There's 10 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Sims kicks to Green. And that time, also a missed shot. And so it's Portland winning this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion
Ngeri
they
sih
did,
endingnya.
you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our
Oke lah
broadcast.
guys, makasih buat yang udah nonton dan like. Yang baru mampir salam kenal, tolong support channel ini dengan cara subscribe ya guys ya. Sampai ketemu lagi di live berikutnya. Bye bye.